Hi guys, so this was my second market of 2025. I'm going to give you a quick run through of how the market went and how the day went. This was at a different venue, not my usual market on or spot, the one that I normally do every month. So I was a little bit all over the place. I also didn't have much stock with me and only had one table instead of my usual two table setup. So things looked a bit different for me the Saturday. I Yeah, I know. Sorry, the camera angle wasn't great. You mostly see my table now from the side, but I'll take you around later so that you can get a better look of what the setup looked like when I was finished and also what the market looked like. So someone reached out to me about this market, and since the stall fee was only 150 Rand, it was an easy yes for me. But what I did not realize at the time, though, was that there was also going to be an entry fee for the visitors. Now, I have done a market before where they charged an entry fee. I actually only have done one where they've charged an entry fee previously. I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago I attended the market. It was a total disaster. I paid an astronomical fee for the stall, and so did the other people. And since then, I've continued to hear feedback from that market that it's not worthwhile, especially for crafters to go to that market anymore. Seems like the people that pay an entrance fee to go in are really there for the socializing, and the eating and the food that they serve them. And for that previous market, it really also felt that the organizers were really just there to collect their fees and then they completely disappeared. Plus, the stall, yeah, like I said, the stall fees were ridiculously high. So here's a little market moment. Someone stopped by to check out the scrubs and the body yogurts. I didn't have testers for all of the scents, but I do let people often smell them. I will open the jar for them and close it. Trust me, you do not want people's fingers in your products. I have had people just walking up, unscrew the lid, and just like stuck their fingers in there and took out some of the product. I nearly, yeah, it's like, I think I should make a video on craft market etiquette for customers. I think that might be a good video. Because nowhere in the shop do you go into the shop, you open a new product, stick your fingers in, and put it back on the shelf. Nowhere would you do that in a shop. Anyway, she ended up going for the Soleil body scrub. It's the yellow one, and I actually sold out all of them on that day. And I have to say, the scent is amazing. It's a blend I created using a Bright Pack fragrance oil, and I complemented it with an essential oil blend. And it was clearly it. I will definitely bring that scent into my range, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It is almost like a floral oriental fragrance oil, and I incorporated a selection of essential oils because to sort of enhance that moonflower, citrus, jasmine, and sandalwood scent notes. And I have to say, it just smells amazing. And I am experimenting a little bit with fragrance oils and complement it with a blend of essential oils. So I've learned that testing out the different markets is super important. I have tested out one or two others, a few others, and I could see, no, I'm not going to go back, or yes, I am going to go back. And one of the key determinants for me about whether I'm going to go back to a market is not necessarily the money that I make, because I see markets as an amazing opportunity to do market research. I'll talk in a little bit about that, but it's about the support we get from the market organizer and how well are they invested in small business owners. Not about necessarily how much money they can get out of the market through the stall fees. So that's one of the key things that I look at. I was, though, having said that, I was pleasantly surprised because this turned out to be my best market day of 2025 so far, between the two. And I'll definitely be coming back next year. It was clear that it was a different audience that I haven't really tapped into yet. And these people obviously were not afraid to give up to pay the entrance fee, and to give out money at the stalls and still have something to eat and drink and something like that. One thing, though, I did not anticipate was that in December, the organizers announced that since this was a rooibos carnival, all vendors had to have a product or something related to rooibos. Now, my business is not centered around rooibos. And by then, I was wrapping up stock for January before heading on holiday in December. So it was too late for me to add extra products, especially soaps, because they wanted me there for the soaps. I did manage to put together a few extra rooibos bath salts for the event, but I guess what? None of that sold. So one lesson I've learned, I do have a one product with rooibos in it, and that's my activated charcoal soap. And I made another one because we have a very large market coming up in April. I've made one, an Earl Grey one with Earl Grey rooibos in it before I went on holiday. So those were the only two soaps that I had. But that's one lesson that I've learned now. I will not be making themed products just to fit the market's requirements. I do tweak my product selection depending on a market. In other words, if like these large markets where we have a pop-up shop where we don't have to be there, but it's like a 10-day market, I will make other types of soaps that you would normally not get on my online store. But at the end of the day, I make products for my customers and not the organizers. Nobody came to my table to check what I had on my table. So I'll probably just have my, at that next year, if I still only have one product with rooibos tea in it, oh, that's all I will take. Markets are such a great way for me to test out new scents and products. It's like my go-to method for market research. I have seen so many, even some of my friends are now launching a business and they are launching online, but it's almost like they're missing the market completely because they have not had any conversations with their potential clients on what they want. And when I go to markets, I get to chat with the customers. I can hear their feedback, get their feedback. I can ask them specific questions. And I can even listen in on the conversations that they have while they're browsing my products. If they talk about other products or products that they find in the shops and what they like and don't like and that type of thing. And I test out everything at markets. I test out product names. I test out packaging, labels, pretty much everything before I decide to add something to my core range. Now, about the soap wrapping, you will see that some of my soaps, I did start to wrap them in tissue paper, but I'm not sure I'll do that again. People seem to prefer choosing their own soap because each one essentially looks different. But people prefer to choose their own soap and then having me wrap it for them at the market there and then. I do have a demo soap that is there with the label on to say what type of soap it is and what's the soap's name, and people can pick that up and smell it. I started to wrap the soaps because the soaps get dirty fast when they are handled too much from market to market. But I do think I'll probably not wrap them again. I thought the colored wrapping will look a little bit better, but I don't like it. I don't know. You can maybe let me know in the comments what you think about it, but I don't like it. And you will see that the boxes that I use on my tables, these are stackables that was made by a family member for me. They are super handy. I painted them white for a specific market last year, and I did a little bit of research, and they do say that Bath and Body products tend to sell better on white, white tablecloth, white background. So yeah, I need to clean them up, and I'll probably repaint them again and put a coating over, which I didn't do the first time around. So one of my big goals this year is to improve my market presence and attend more markets outside of Bloemfontein, especially because I really want to create a full-on shopping experience for people when they come to my stall. It's kind of like a mobile pop-up shop. I see so much potential in making it more attractive and engaging for my customers. Because if you think about it, it's literally a shop that you can travel around with. And I want people to know that when they hear I am at a market, they should already see my stall in front of them. And my stall should be, I almost want to say the not the iconic, I don't even know what's the right word, but it should immediately remind them and give them that picture of what my stall looks like. So that's my one goal, apart from the rebranding, which is happening on the site, and the brand strategy and everything that I'm putting together with the team. The market presence is one of, well, probably my biggest goal this year. And so, yeah, here is what my table looked like when I was done. For my little rooibos exhibition, I used Carmine tea in two of my subs, my bath salts. I love their tea. You can buy them at Dis-Chem. I bought mine at Dis-Chem. One of the market rules was that we had to have tea boxes, the little boxes, empty boxes of tea or a teapot or something tea related at our table. So yeah, there you are. I used their boxes. So many people came there the day and thought I was selling the tea. I even had a lady who wanted to have samples of the tea, so I stuck some samples for her in a little bag. But anyway, you'll notice that I didn't have a ton of stock, but I managed luckily just fine for the day. And like I said, it was my best market of the two that I've had for 2025 so far. One of my targets or tactics, like I would like to call it, for this 12-week period is to sign up 10 people for my email list. For those of you who watch some of my other videos, is I do my goal planning in 12-week cycles. That's based on the 12-week year plan. You can Google that and you'll find the book out there. I love to work in these 12-week cycles. You don't have to have four of them like crushed into one single year. You can have like two of them or three of them. But the whole idea is that you pick one thing and you get super focused on that. But one of my tactics for such a period is to, for this period specifically, is to sign up 10 people on my email list or to grow my client base with 10 people or my lead base. I really only send out information to them about new releases, and that will become the trend going forward. Is that I will send out a notice of new releases to clients first. They might get a discount code to buy. So if you're on my email list, you might get the first glimpse of the products online, and you might get, or even if you do a direct order from me, but you might get a discount code as well. But yeah, I completely forgot about that for this market. So that went out the door. I do have a QR codes that display on the tables. There are two places where they do display, but people don't know how to use a QR code. They don't know what it is here. I'm sorry to say, Bloemfontein, people are not clued up with QR codes, but instead they stood there and took a photo of the whole poster, of the whole poster, and took the photo back with them. But anyway, we have some education to do there. Here is me cleaning my whiteboard. I have a big a big whiteboard that stands in front of my stall. And what I do is I use pre-printed cards for my signage. So I will have body butters, scrubs, or not body butters, yogurts, scrubs, soaps. I will have that printed, and I will have the prices separate. Like, because then it's easy if a price goes up, I don't have to print it again. So I'll have a separate tag that says 40 Rand, 50 Rand, 60 Rand, and then I just put them next to one another. Then I don't have to write on the board. So I do use that for my signage. And one other big thing that I realized from this market is that I need to brush up on my planning. If I want to increase my market presence, which means I need to attend more markets, which also means I am looking to do I would love to do two Christmas markets at the end of the year. By that, I don't mean local Christmas markets because I'm already doing a local one. I want to do two in Cape Town where I send my products off and sell it then. So I have to get my planning in place. So after this market, I went home and I've put together a craft market planner. I'll make a separate video on what exactly is in the planner and how I used it. And it's also on my Etsy shop if you want to buy or purchase the template. Which is, yeah, it's like a 12-week goal planner for craft market. So you have 12 weeks, set up out your goals, your markets. But I'll do a separate video on that so that I can explain to you completely what's in there. Oh yeah, and this was kind of cool. They gave us stickers to hand out to visitors, which they needed to collect for a lucky draw. So the visitors would come there with it's like a little bingo card type of thing. And you just, if I was stall number 6, so you have to put a sticker on number 6. The only thing is, people didn't have to actually buy something at the stall. They just had to show up at the store. I sort of made a joke later on throughout the day. I told them, you have to ask me a question about my products before I give you a sticker. And eventually the families got smart. So what they would do later on throughout the day, they would just collect everybody's cards and they sent the kids around with everyone's cards to grab the stickers from each stall. So yeah, not exactly good customer engagement strategy, but sort of still a fun little touch or twist to the day, which is I thought it was kind of cool. Yeah, then these two came back later with their mom. She ended up buying them each a scrub, and of course, the freebies that I put in the bag went straight to mom because she paid for everything. So overall, it was a really good day. I am very happy with the money that I've made, the sales that I had. You will never hear me say what my sales are because as a business person, it's not. I'm building a business. I'm not a influencer, so I personally don't believe in sharing business information. So yeah, you won't necessarily ever hear me about sharing how much money I make. I personally feel that that's like such a negative way to sort of not court people, catch people to not even trick people. Maybe it is clickbait. I don't know. You get all these YouTube videos where people would say, I made six figures and this is what I've made. You see them especially now after people are doing the review for 2024. They will post and say, oh, I've made so much money for this year. But that's such a bad, um, I don't even know what's the right word, but you fall so easy to fall into that comparison mindset, because many of these videos, I at least I watch them, and what's the first thing that comes to mind? Oh, I can do that. Oh, I will never be able to do that. So there's always this little voice that comes into your mind where, for certain types of videos, where it's almost like this little voice that wants to tell you that you cannot do that. You know, that comparison little voice in your head. So um, I am sharing my journey, and I hope that through my journey, I can encourage the majority of people out there, first of all, that you can start a business, that you, if there's an element like that you are passionate about, like the craft side of things, creativity side of things. I never thought I would start a bath and beauty business. Never in my mind did I thought I would do that. Um, and then, I mean, I've started this business when? At the age of 47, was it? But anyway, it turns out that you can start a business really at any age. And this is really the year where I want to sort of tip the scale to do this more full time as opposed to my other business that I have. And yeah, I will check in with you again. Well, look out for the video about the Craft Market Planner. I'll post that link in this video description once it's done. And then I am planning to go to my next market on this coming Saturday, and I will keep you updated on that. If you found this video useful, please click the subscribe button and ask me anything in the description. I'll be happy to share my journey. I'll be more than happy to share you what I've learned, and that's what I really want to do, is to share what I've learned so that you can don't make the same mistakes and that you can learn faster than what I did. Enjoy your day. I'll see you later. Bye.